Hi, it's Belinda. Just sharing some of my thoughts about being a member of the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square. In 2001, I auditioned for the choir. And in that process, it's just kind of exciting to think that you can sing in this beautiful large group of amazing singers and be on TV and go on tours around the world. And it's kind of a self-indulgent attitude, I guess, as you enter that. But that feeling quickly changes as you begin to become immersed in the work of the choir and the church as an ambassador for the Lord's kingdom. So it didn't take me long to understand that this is not about me. This is something much larger than me. And I'm a small contributor in this amazing group of over 350 singers that come from all walks of life. And every person is a volunteer. And it's pretty much a part-time job. Sometimes, some weeks, a full-time job. So it's quite demanding. But it didn't take me long to feel the power of the Lord's Spirit in this work of praising His name, of witnessing of His love, and of being a conduit of His peace. And there's just so much power when we combine our voices and our hearts and together feel the rhythms and the words. And as we strive to feel that glorious spirit together, it's really an amazing thing. And I began to understand that this is something that can teach me how to glorify God and how to have an eye single to His glory. And I realized that a particular hymn was going to be my theme song. And it's this hymn. The Lord is my light, then why should I fear? By day and by night, His presence is near. He is my salvation from sorrow and sin. This blessed assurance the Spirit doth bring. The Lord is my light. He is my joy and my song, by day and by night. He leads me along. So my voice ain't what it used to be. And with my age as well, and the overuse of singing, I don't have a lot left. But I rejoice in the fact that I gave my voice in the service of the Lord. So I'm glad that I have my lower range a little bit. Anyway, so much for apologizing about my singing. But back to this, my theme song, The Lord is my light, then why should I fear? I mean, you can imagine it might be a little nerve-wracking with cameras in your face and bright lights shining on you. And I'm sure everybody has experienced this that's become part of the choir. But I don't know. I just felt blessed from the beginning to not give that a concern and to sing of the Lord's glory. And why should I fear? Because he is near. And this became my personal theme song for my service in the choir. When I was released from the choir, the organization sent a letter to my bishop and just recommended that they have me speak in church as a report of my mission. We are set apart as musical missionaries. And I think it's one of the longest missions I've heard of in the church. 21 years. And how glorious and what a blessing. So I did speak in my ward, and I had a very tender mercy in that sacrament meeting. The opening song was, "The Lord is my light." And as you can imagine, I just couldn't really contain my heart and just shed tears as we sang that opening song. I wanted to share another special tender mercy from the Lord on this video. So my last year and a half as a member of the choir, I carpooled with my really dear friend Sherry, who was going to retire or be released the same time I was. Well, we were driving up on our very last Thursday evening rehearsal, and she just blurted out, "There's just one thing I would just love to have, and that is a picture with Craig Jessup." And I thought, well, I said to her, that would be marvelous, wouldn't it? We love him so much. Such a wonderful leader to us, and really our mentor in the beginning for the first 5 or 6 years of our choir service. Well, we continued to reminisce as we did this last year that we were together carpooling, and it was a lot of fun. And as we pulled into the parking lot of the church museum, just off of West Temple, where we parked, we saw in the distance Craig Jessup. He was walking out into the parking lot, and we just gasped. We couldn't believe it. We quickly parked the car and just hurried over. Of course, someone had stopped him, and he was chatting. He was just a friend to everyone. And we approached him, and he was happy to see us. He said, "Oh, I love you guys." And he was surprised it was our time to be released. But of course, he indulged us and let us each take a picture with him. And our hearts were full. And what a special blessing that was.